Good afternoon and welcome to the Recovering Perfectionist Mama Grace in Progress podcast. For those of you that are just joining us for the first time, welcome. Happy to have you. To give you a little bit of information about who I am and why I have a podcast, my name is Buffy. I'm a women's lifestyle creator on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, covering topics such as marriage and family or parenting, as well as fitness and nutrition, wellness topics such as biohacking, cycle syncing, microgut biome, as well as sometimes dealing with issues of trauma, mental health, self-empowerment, self-improvement. I'm a big dork, so I like to learn health topics and fitness topics and such, and arm you with that information so you could potentially use it for your advantage and use it as you need and see fit, and then ultimately allow you to level up if that's what you're looking for, and show your kids that what a good life looks like, and that you have the ability to live that life that you want to live, and ultimately that be part of our legacy. What could be better than that, right? Leveling up is always good. So if you are a returning viewer, I want to say thank you to you as well for supporting me and my podcast journey. I haven't been doing it for a very long time, but I've wanted to, and I finally bit the bullet and did it. So additionally, I want to let you know that I am currently working on a leveling up planner. And hopefully if you're interested in that and that idea, that you'll stay tuned for that, because that should be done pretty soon. Just got a lot of irons in the fire, so to speak. So without further ado, let's talk about the power of the pause, finding clarity and stillness. If you're always rushing, you'll miss the life you're working so hard to build. Welcome back to the Recovering Perfectionist Mama Grace in Progress podcast, where we learn to grow without grinding, heal without hurrying, and find purpose in the pause. I'm your host, Buffy, or Recovering Perfectionist Mama, and today's episode is one we all need: the power of the pause. We live in a culture addicted to motion. Productivity is praised, busyness is glamorized, and stillness is mistaken for laziness. But what if the very clarity you've been searching for is hiding in the chaos and is hiding behind your silence? What if the power doesn't come from doing more, but from being more present? Today, we're learning how to slow down long enough to hear your life speaking. The addiction to motion. Let's be honest. We've been conditioned to equate movement with meaning, with success, with productivity, with power. All the glamorization that can be mustered is mustered on movement. Keep it moving. Let's get moving. If we're not doing something, we feel like we're behind. But the truth is, chronic busyness is often a trauma response. We fill our schedule so we don't have to sit with our emotions. We chase goals so we don't have to face guilt. We overextend ourselves because silence feels too loud. But here's what's real. A life that's constantly in motion never has time for direction. You can't align when you're always rushing. What the pause really is. A pause is not punishment, it's protection. It's your body saying, let me catch up to your soul. Pausing allows you to recalibrate, to hear your intuition, to remember who you are beneath the noise. It's the space between reaction and response. And that space is where wisdom lives. When you pause, you move from urgency to intention. You stop making choices from fear. You build trust in your timing, not someone else's. 3 practical ways to practice the pause. Part 3. Practical ways to practice the pause. 5 strategies. Here are 5 ways to incorporate micro pauses into your daily rhythm. 1. Before you say yes, ask, do I actually have capacity for this? If not, that's your signal to pause. 2. Between transitions. Take a deep breath before switching from mom mode to work mode, or from chaos to calm. 3. During conflict. Instead of responding immediately, pause and regulate. Soft power lives in your stillness, and I actually did a podcast on that, I believe, yesterday. 4. At the start of your day, before grabbing your phone, sit in quiet for 1 minute. Let your soul speak before the world does. When you're overwhelmed, physically stop. Ask what actually needs to be done right now. Often, less than we think. The healing hidden in stillness. When you stop rushing, you start noticing. Isn't it kind of interesting? It's almost like when you were kids, and your mom or your dad fixed your favorite meal, and you were like so excited about that meal because that was your favorite meal and you're eating it really fast. And then you realize, you're like, wait a minute, like my whole plate is gone, but I don't think I tasted any of it. I don't really remember what it tastes like. I don't think I got, because you were going too fast. Oftentimes the best things in life, the best scenarios in life need to be savored. They need to be enjoyed, not rushed through. And I know for a lot of us, we're guilty of, well, I scheduled this event. I mean, I want to go, I'm going to like the end result of it, but I just got to get through it. And then I got this to do, and I got to get through it. I got to get through it. I got to get through it. No, we don't have to get through it. We don't have to rush. Let's savor it. Let's experience it. What do we hear? What do we see? What do we feel? What do we smell? What do we taste? All those things. Savoring. You'll start hearing the thoughts under the thoughts. The ones that say, I'm tired. I'm trying. I just want peace. Stillness isn't the absence of progress. It's the birthplace of alignment. You are not falling behind by slowing down. You're catching up with a purpose. Integration and reflection. For those of you that are interested in journal prompts, here is a reflection prompt. Where in my life am I avoiding the pause because I'm afraid of what I might feel? That will likely get you to potentially like a core aspect of what is causing you to continue to rush through things. And I've often read and heard and believe and experienced that it's often not the first response that you get that is the core. You have to kind of keep asking. For instance, if your core is, I was always bored just sitting still. Well, why is that? Well, because when I was sitting still, I would often have to start cleaning the entire house without complaint. Why? If I complained, then I was in trouble and I couldn't. So you get the point, essentially. Like, keep asking why until you all of a sudden have an epiphany and you're like, okay, this is making sense now. Or maybe you had a scenario where in your family, if anyone was sitting down, they were considered to be lazy or ineffective or, just generally like bullied because there's stuff to do. Get up and get it done now, right? So just kind of think about that. Here's an affirmation. I trust the pauses in my path. They are preparing me, not punishing me. So here's your challenge, should you choose to accept it. Schedule one intentional pause each day this week. Even 3 minutes of stillness can shift your nervous system, your choices, and your clarity. So in closing, you are allowed to pause, breathe, and be. You are not lazy, you are listening. And that's the most powerful thing you can do. Thank you for joining me today on Recovering Perfectionist Mama, Grace in Progress podcast. If this episode resonated with you, share it with another woman who needs to know she's allowed to slow down without falling behind. Remember, progress isn't always movement. Sometimes it's stillness. If you'd like, here's your call to action. Take a screenshot, share this episode, and tag at recovering_perfectionist_mama with one way you're choosing stillness this week. So I'm on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Probably Instagram or YouTube if you want to leave a comment. I'd be more than happy to hear it and to encourage you along the way because that is progress for sure. Write this in your journal. Stillness is not a setback. It is my strength. Thank you all for tuning in once again. And I want to say, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And remember, stillness is still progress.